Oh, there we go.
There we go. All right, so just a pointer, and you can write this on your recipe if you want. I recommend brown sugar first, and then shortening. Would you grab me a mixing bowl out of one of the mixers over there, please? So, start with the power on. Ted, power on, red button, point it up here. There we go. Put one of the mixing bowls. All right, on Friday, we made castles with brown sugar. Remember that? There was a reason for that. Does anyone know? Because there's a special way to measure brown sugar. And that is by packing it in. Remember what happened if you didn't pack any brown sugar to your castle? What happened?
It fall apart.
It fell apart. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey.
So that's how you measure brown sugar. It's just a standard.
no,
I don't know why.
no,
Somebody
yeah,
decided
that's
that
not
years
it.
ago. And whenever we
There's a
see
pull
brown
and switch
sugar,
at the
that's
right
what
side. No, not that side, the other side.
No, the sugar we use is the So pack it in good tight so you can make a sandcastle.
I'm recording.
Good idea to have a stack of towels here so you can clean up as you go. All right, so here's 1 cup of sugar. And the second one, pack it in. One time, a girl had it halfway full. I said, pack it in. And she packed it in, and it was like even less full. And then she went to her kitchen. I'm like, it's not even full. Oh, well, you said pack it in. Yeah, pack it in so you can put more in, so you can fill it up. She didn't understand that.
She's so silly. What a silly use.
All right, so here's our 2 cups of brown sugar. It's okay if it's sort of crusty. It'll work out. Then, shortening. 1 cup of shortening. Use your dry measuring cup, same one you just used for your brown sugar, and a rubber spatula. And push it in tight, pack it to force out all the air pockets. One what?
One of the...
Will you be polite and not talk around?
Yes.
Pay attention? Sure. I think that's fair. But don't be rude to the class. They didn't expect a good. Sorry. Oh, I'm not saying you were. I'm just saying some other people might do that. All right, so there is, now we're going to do a process in baking called creaming. And creaming is when you mix a sugar and a fat together until smooth and creamy. So when it's creamy, there's no chunks or lumps. So you'll see when I first start to mix this, can you see it? Can you zoom out so we can get this on the camera? When I first start to mix it, there's going to be clumps, fatty clumps in here. And even before that, the shortening is stuck to the beater. We have one safety rule when using these. Don't stick anything in it while it's running.
Why not?
Am I going to have to send people out of here? I'll send you both out. The safety rule is when it's running, I mean, there's stuff that builds up on the sides. You want to scrape it down, but turn it off first. Don't do it while it's running. Simple rule. All right, while that's doing that, I'm going to get my eggs. Let me think about that.
What?
All right, I like to crack my eggs in a separate bowl or in a measuring cup. That way I can make sure there's no shell in it. Definitely don't want to crack an egg in the mixer while it's going, because if a shell goes in, I can't get it out. So I'm going to crack it directly in the mixer, turn it off first. So it should look like this. It looks like cookie dough. Smooth and creamy, not chunky or anything like that. And I'm going to scrape down the sides. There's shortening on the sides. Run it just a little bit longer. Oops. All right, in there go 2 eggs. And what else besides that? There's options on the recipe, but there will not be options for you tomorrow. All I have is sour cream. So if you make it at home, you can use any of those things. When I make it at home, I use what I got. But if I have my choices, hey, stop talking. If I have my choices, I'll use sour cream because it's thicker. Again, dry measuring cup and spatula. Use your own spatula because mine won't be up here for you. It is. All right, while that's running, we get my dry ingredients together. Now, I like to get all my dry ingredients, Nathan, in a bowl and sort of give them a quick mix together before I dump them in there. You don't have to do that, but I just feel like they get mixed a little bit better if I do that. So we need, how much flour? 3 cups. My measuring cup has got shortening all over it. So I'm going to wipe it out to make sure I don't get shortening in the flour. What's that called if you get shortening in the flour? Cross-contamination. Now, it's hard to model this without spilling and making a mess, so I'll spill and make a mess. All right, this is how we measure flour. We overfill it. Go ahead, stand over here so you're not blocking anyone. We overfill it, and then we take our straight edge spatula or the scoop, scrape it off flat. So there's one, overfill it, scrape it flat. 2, 3 times. Then this recipe's got some whole wheat flour in it. Anybody know why it's got whole wheat flour?
Hated ass motherfucker.
Good guess, but no. Whole wheat flour just makes it a little bit healthy. Because white flour has got nothing. It's got nothing nutritionally. So we put a little whole wheat flour in, makes it a little bit healthy. Now my half cup measuring cup has got sour cream on it. So I don't want to clean it right now. I'm going to use my 1/4 of a cup. How many 1/4 of a cups equal a 1/2 cup? How many? 2. 2/4 is 1/2. So there's my 1/2 cup of whole wheat flour. If you skip it, your cookies will go flat and be runny. So don't skip it. You won't even know, you won't even taste it's there, trust me. It's only a small amount. So I'm just going to mix this up a little bit. I also need salt and baking soda.
Here's the salt.
Measuring spoons are right here.
Here's the salt.
Okay, I'm not going to measure over the flour. Why is that bad? What?
Uh,
What? Oh, I spilled.
I heard that. Bad
See?
luck though.
We don't believe in luck right here. So if I spill, it's not going to hurt my mix.
You gotta do it behind your shoulders.
Nah, I don't believe in luck.
Oh, he's crazy, bro.
I am crazy. Do that.
Don't ever do that again. Nah, do it again before you do it.
Baking soda. What does baking soda do?
Makes them rise.
Makes it rise. What's it called? Or what kind of an agent? Leavening agent. Good job. You guys are smart. Last week we used a different leavening agent. It was what? Baking powder. All right. Whether you do it directly in here or do it in here and then to there, you should add your flour in three sections, or 1/3 at a time. So I'm going to scrape down the sides here. I'm going to pour in 1/3 of my flour and let that mix for about a minute, and then the next 1/3, and then the last 1/3. While that's mixing, let's talk about this baking apparatus. Anybody know what this is called?
baking sheet.
Baking sheet, very good. And it says on here, use foil. But we're going to use something better foil today.
Wax paper.
Privilege to have parchment paper. Now, parchment paper sections are pre-cut, and as you can see, they're bigger than the sheet. Not a big problem, but it will burn, like the catch on fire burn. So if you fold it over or cut it off, there won't be an issue. So I'm going to fold it over so it's not hanging over the edge too much. Now I'm going to add the second 1/3 of my flour. You guys, in each of your kitchens, you have one of these. They're wonderful little devices when making cookies.
Melon baller.
It's like an ice cream scoop, only about half the size. I call it a cookie scoop because we're going to use them for cookies. Makes life real easy when you're making cookies. I'm going to use this later.
You don't have to do this all tomorrow.
Yes. You're going to go this far, and when it's thoroughly mixed, put it in a container. My TAs will have you a container with a sticker on it. How do you know which sticker is yours? The color. Whatever color is on the writing is the color of your kitchen. Then you're going to store it away in the refrigerator overnight. So right here is your stopping point for day 1 and day 2 here at school. Obviously, if you're making them at home, just refrigerate them for a little bit. I think the recipe says an hour.
Yeah,
before
it
you
does take
continue.
an hour.
Makes them stay thicker if you refrigerate them first. You don't have to. You want to get all the batter off your blade as much as you can because you got to clean it in.